Hi. This week in the wild, it is the end of October. The month of November is just around the corner. For thousands of years on nature's calendar this time of the year, our area woodlands would have been mostly leafless and brown. But not anymore. Thanks to this plant, this nasty, nasty plant. This is buckthorn. Buckthorn has these beautiful, shiny green leaves that are kind of shaped like an egg. They often come off the branches in pairs, but not always. Look at this. At the end of the branches sometimes, there are leaf buds. Those look like a pair of deer hooves. Maybe that's where the name comes from. The buckthorn branches also grow these little sharp thorn-like spines, thorn-like points that remind me of the points on a buck deer's antlers. Buckthorn was brought here by people who moved to America from Europe more than 100 years ago, maybe some of our ancestors. They brought it so they could plant it in their yards. If you plant a straight row of buckthorn, it makes a wonderful hedge, a wonderful natural fence. But Minnesota wildlife began eating the buckthorn's fruits in people's backyards, and then, especially birds, carried the seeds to wild places. And there, in the wild places, buckthorn began growing like a weed. And buckthorn does not play nice with other plants. It's a bully. It's a bully. It starts growing earlier in the spring than other plants. And it grows later in the fall, like now, than other plants. So the annual race that nature kind of has for plants, where they all get to start growing and then they have to stop growing, buckthorn cheats. Buckthorn starts growing before the other plants, and it keeps growing after the race is supposed to end. And worse yet, buckthorn puts chemicals into the soil that make it hard for other plants to grow. Buckthorn poisons its neighbors. That's not nice. This whole area used to be a buckthorn weed patch. Many people helped get rid of the buckthorn. And then we replanted Minnesota prairie grasses and wildflowers. We helped bring back the oak savanna that the buckthorn had bullied away. An oak savanna is a wonderful Minnesota home habitat for all kinds of Minnesota wildlife. Isn't it beautiful? So, when you're in your car driving around the area with your family, or if you're on a school bus with classmates, or if you're just walking in your neighborhood and you see a woodsy area that is still green, still nice and green, remember, it's not nice. It's buckthorn. And buckthorn is reminding us of an important lesson. When people bring plants or animals from one part of the world and take them to new places where those plants and animals have never lived before, we can hurt and upset the balance of nature. I wonder, why isn't buckthorn a terrible, nasty weed back in Europe where it came from? I wonder why scientists named buckthorn cathartica. That means vomiting and diarrhea. Ooh, I'm glad my mom didn't name me cathartica. I wonder what you're wondering about buckthorn.